The synchronous motion operation that we have seen in our previous lecture explains the effect of change in excitation on performance of machine as a motor. The change in excitation of machine in motor mode with constant mechanical power output changes armature current. This change in armature current is a change only in reactive component of armature current. Active current do not change since mechanical output is constant. This changing armature current with excitation traces the circle for constant mechanical power output. If we change the mechanical power output, then new circle with same center shall be traced by changing excitation. Such a set of circles with same center are known as O curves of synchronous motor. These O curves with limit of stability is shown on slide. The largest circle corresponds to lowest or zero mechanical output power. There exists a circle corresponding to full load condition. It should be noted that with change in mechanical power output, angle sigma that we consider as a power angle is going to change. Higher the mechanical output, higher would be the power angle sigma. The O curves that we have drawn for constant mechanical power and variable excitation may be used to find V curves. When current is in vertical position, power factor is 1, and for current corresponding to both leading and lagging currents, power factor would be less than unity. V curves are graphs with variable excitation on x-axis and current on y-axis. V curves are similarly a family of curves with constant mechanical power for each of the V curve. V curves may be drawn for alternator mode with armature current being negative. These V curves are known as inverted V curves. We may note that asymptotes may be drawn to both of the V curves that meet at positive x-axis representing excitation. The asymptotes meets at a point where excitation is exactly equal to terminal voltage or grid voltage. Although this part of syllabus relates to motor mode of synchronous machine, it should be noted that O curves below the horizontal line corresponds to alternator mode. Similarly, inverted V curves also represents alternator mode of machine. It should be clearly understood that which part of figure on slide corresponds to motor mode and which part corresponds to alternator mode. Now let us consider next slide. We have been explaining that power angle sigma represents amount of power transferred from mechanical to electrical in alternator mode and from electrical to mechanical in motor mode. The derivation on slide for current in both modes is illustrative to understand basic conversion process in both modes. Consider the phasor diagram on slide. This phasor diagram has synchronous impedance drop, that is the difference of terminal voltage V and induced EMF E. If we use this equality to find armature current IA, then we find first equation written on slide. This equation is in polar form showing values of phasor parameters and angle they make with datum, that is positive x-axis. In next step, equation is rearranged to distribute synchronous impedance over both terms in numerator. Angles in denominator gets subtracted from numerator term angles as per polar form rules. In next step, terms are converted from polar to rectangular form complex numbers. Armature currents are difference of two complex numbers is combined to get in single complex number in next step. We may compare this armature current in complex number form with active and reactive components of armature current. In fact, real part of complex number is active component and imaginary part is reactive component. These components are components we want to use in expression for transformed power written in second column of slide. This expression of power is also written from by using phasor diagram on slide. Expanding the cosine term, we get the expression written in next step. This expression for P1 is rearranged to get active and reactive components of current, which are shown in blue boxes. We shall replace these current components that we have derived earlier, which are enclosed in green boxes. On substituting and replacing the expression, we get new form of expression that may be further simplified. In this next step of simplification, we have reduced cosine expressions that are in expanded form to sum of angles form. Now in the last step, theta is approximated to 90 degrees since value of armature resistance is very small in comparison with synchronous reactance, and synchronous impedance is replaced by synchronous reactance. This final expression depends only on sign of power angle sigma that is applicable to both alternator and motor mode. Positive power angle implies alternator mode and negative power angle implies motor mode.